Hi, I'm Manny Hernandez, and I'm a photographer. Since a little kid, I always took my mom's camera. First pictures that I actually made money on was a picture of Geraldo Rivera with his baby. It was actually in a TV studio, but it was just the situation that it was in. You know, he was actually doing a talk show host at Telemundo. He had the baby laying on his lap. The ironic thing of that is that was at the beginning of my career, and then like later on in life, like 2 or 3 years later, I was in his studio as a guest. One of the first national TV show I ever did was actually Geraldo. This is my first photo exhibit in my 16-year career. It's just pictures of the 90s celebrities that used to hang out in Miami. Back then we had some of the big celebrities that lived here. A lot of things changed from Miami. We had a big boom. We didn't have the caliber of celebrities that we had then that we have now. It's my first exhibit, and it's the first 40 that when I was looking for negatives, this was what I was looking for. They all have a special moment, unique situation for each and every picture. I like to start out, probably with the Gianni Versace. That was right in front of his house. Gianni Versace was very nice. He came out that day. I was just walking by. I mean, even in the picture, you could see the pieces of wood. They were still building the house, but he was already living in half of it. Came out with the boyfriend, and I wanted to get a picture of both of them in the front of the house. The boyfriend said to me, no, just Gianni. And I said, no, but I want both. And he goes, Gianni is the star, Gianni is the star. He was right. But the Bee Gees, obviously, people tell me why I'm calling the exhibit, it's never going to happen again. They think, well, you're never going to have another exhibit. And not necessarily true. It's just that a lot of the people that we're exhibiting are gone. The Bee Gees, I came in and we did that video. It was a little camera. We did the video, and then I did a couple of pictures. Madonna and Ingrid, Madonna was actually a staple in the 90s. Before she got married, she did everything here. I remember her as a kid going to clubs, and she was performing, singing Holiday at the time. Years later, she became one of my favorite subjects. At the time, one of the first pictures of them hanging out in Miami was the picture that we have exhibited here. She was the big celebrity. There was no photographers on here for the most part. Then we have another picture of Ingrid. She actually took over the club scene at the time. She brought the celebrities down here. She was bringing the high caliber celebrities, Sandra Bernhardt, even the superstar picture that I call it, which is Donald Trump and J-Lo and a very humble Shakira looking straight into the camera. The other ones were the big shots, but she was just starting out. I like the Hugh Hefner picture. In the 16 years that I've been doing this, he's only been down here once. I had an opportunity where I had to follow him for a weekend and photograph him. But in this instance, I was actually doing something for Ocean Drive where Tom Austin was interviewing him, and he says, yeah, come into the bedroom. It was kind of weird just to get to the Delano, and in one room you walk in and you see like 30 girls getting ready, and they're all getting their hair blown dried and this and that. Every hot girl, I'm sure I've seen him in the magazine or two. He tells us, come into the room, and for him it was like nothing. Yeah, the girls are there, come on in. He was already ready to go. We're going to go out that night to some clubs and so forth. And he was just ready. He was having his Jack and Coke, and Tom was asking him some questions, and I was just shooting, and he was just sitting in his bed in there, and I even got the whole bed because I thought that even the bed had a story. It's just one of those things when photographers, when they frame pictures, and I thought it was just more interesting to get the whole bed and him at the corner of the bed, and the bed kind of a little bit wrinkled. Makes you think maybe what happened, maybe something did happen. The future is, for me, I'm going to keep doing what I like, which is photography. I had Ron Galella come by here. He's a legendary paparazzo guy, a friend of mine from New York, who was in town doing his thing, promoting his book, and his wife said, hey, I want to see how I could take this, because I know that this will be a great book to showcase the 90s. So I definitely have enough material to do one or maybe a few books. We're taking the show to New York, which will be in May of next year. It's to be announced, the gallery. We have the gallery. A lot of people promote 70s, 80s, and I guess I'm going to be in Time Life one day promoting the 90s or something. Hi, I won't be Barry Williams promoting.